Once again, I am wronged. I would put it at B, but since you guys both went with A, there's nothing I can do. Now who do we have?
The Mages Guild, ugh.
I won't hear a single word of yours, Trump. The Mages Guild is good, and I don't care what you think.
Don't you dare put it on S tier, you spell-casting virgin.
I won't. It's not that good to be S tier, but I will defend it fiercely. It offers an amazing introduction to the magic system. It's well-structured, offers some very memorable and well-written characters. I could go on and on.
I don't remember any of the characters from that guild. I just remember it being as repetitive as the Fighters Guild, with tasks being like retrieving artifacts or ingredients for spells. Thinking about it, it gets even worse than the FG. At least there you get to clear some guys or something.
I don't know what to think. I kind of like the Mages Guild, Trump.
Don't know how you didn't sleep playing it? The storyline is disconnected and doesn't make that much sense. It's not satisfying to complete.
I hard disagree. The questline is very well structured. Besides, the rewards, especially the later ones, are pretty valuable and useful. You get to meet a lot of trainers and have your guild hauled to store items and rest. Besides, there's nothing more prestigious than being the Archmage.
I don't know, Obama. I don't have too many hard opinions about the Mages Guild, but I think that it being focused on magic is kind of limiting. And C tier for me.
Of course that if you are not a mage, you won't like the Mages Guild, Joe.
That's perjury against us Chad Warrior players.
Do you mean prejudice?
Yeah, whatever that means. I just heard my lawyer say that. Whatever, I agree with C tier for it.
I am very strong with my position that it should go at least to A tier. But since you guys both went with C, it will hurt my soul to do it. But I'll put it at B.
Haha, take that, spell abuser. Anyways, who's next?
Don't call me like that. And it's the Thieves Guild.
Well, that's one I can also get behind. I am not much of a thief player, but the quest line provides a unique and exciting gameplay that is pretty different from other guilds from the game.
I'm not sure, guys. I believe that the Thieves Guild is too short and too challenging at times, at least I think.
I don't like it that much, but what do you mean too challenging?
I don't know, I'm not too good with stealth or lockpicking. It's not that accessible for me.
Me too, but I guess that we are the issue and not the quest line. But the quest line encourages players to use stealth to complete the quests. What is a change of pace from the other guilds that are mostly combat, and combat? It's like if we were playing a different game.
I don't know. The quest line is too short, although I don't find it too challenging. You can binge it and do it quite quickly, and the morality of the quest line is pretty questionable.
Rich coming from you, Obama, but if you found being the Archmage prestigious, imagine being the Master Thief and having the respect of the Thieves Guild. There's no better rep than that.
But seriously, even though it's a game, for some additional roleplay and immersion, I don't like to be stealing from innocent people. You could argue the same about the Dark Brotherhood, however, but my point still stands. Or not, whatever.
In the beginning, you saved some people from being unfairly taxed by a corrupt Imperial City Watch. But I kind of get what you're saying, even though I'd rather be Master Thief than Archmage anyways.
Well, I'd rather be president if that is possible. But the quest line is pretty engaging and well written, I need to say. The heists, the espionage, and intrigue aspects are pretty cool additions to the game, although it's a difficult guild. The fact I needed to travel to various locations throughout the game to complete the missions was also pretty nice. Not to mention the exciting action sequences.
Yeah, and the characters are pretty memorable and well developed. I'd say that the Thieves Guild is a clear S tier.
S tier, that's too high, more like A or B tier.
Even I know that the Thieves Guild is not a B tier quest line, it's A tier at least.
Putting it in the same tier as the arena is quite weird, but to the A tier it goes. Next up, the main quest line, even though it's not a guild.
I really enjoyed it. It is pretty engaging and kept me hooked from start to finish.
I can agree the story is super well written. The main quest line is one of the best in the history of video games. It immerses the player in a rich and complex world full of interesting characters with some very exciting gameplay. There is some strong narrative structure and the quest line has some excellent pacing.
Yeah, I really like how the main quest line turned out. The way it's broken into many different quests that are mostly pretty fun is a very nice thing to see. The variety keeps the gameplay fresh and interesting, and I honestly don't think I was bored once.
Yeah, even I didn't want to sleep once while playing the main quest line.
That may be true, but the only problem of the main quest is the linearity. You start off as being the chosen one and being destined to save the world from the Daedra. But for me, it's still a clear S tier.
For me too, my only complaint is that it's a bit short, but it takes the cake.
Exactly S tier.
All right, boys, seems like we are done. How about some Warzone?
I'm pumped up. Let's go.